The first piece of relevant research I found was published in a 2011 Journal of Applied Behavior Analysis, and the purpose was to assess the effectiveness of treating automatically reinforced problem behaviors with antecedent physical activity. Participants included 4 individuals aged 10 to 21, previously diagnosed with ASD, who displayed identified problem behaviors. Steve, a 14-year-old boy, displayed motor stereotypies, including hand wringing and flapping. Drew, a 20-year-old man, displayed self-injurious behaviors, including picking and biting his fingers. Beth, a 12-year-old girl who exhibited motor stereotypies, including rocking, hand flapping, and rubbing body parts or objects with her fingers. And Naomi, a 10-year-old girl who displayed self-injurious behaviors, including hand-to-head and head-to-object hitting. Data collection occurred over 3 phases. The first phase was to determine if the behaviors were in fact automatically reinforced. That is, if they were not for attention, to gain access to something, to avoid something, but indeed because it provided sensory stimulation. To do this, they observed the participants for 3 to 4 times a day for 10 minutes at a time when they were alone, given attention, at play, and while completing difficult tasks. The results confirm that even though at varying levels, the problem behaviors identified were indeed maintained by automatic and not social reinforcement. For phase 2, they wanted to determine an order of item and exercise preference for each participant. So they presented items and activities individually for 3-minute periods on 4 different occasions. They did this because they wanted to be sure that exercise intervention that they used was associated with high percentages of engagement and low percentages of problem behavior for each participant. For Steve and Drew, this ended up being a stationary bike. For Beth, it was moon shoes. And for Naomi, it was a varied presentation of jumping on a trampoline and moon shoes. Phase 3 examined the immediate and subsequent effects of exercise intervention. 30-minute exercise intervention sessions were broken down into 3 10-minute observation periods. The first was pre-intervention, the second intervention, and the third post-intervention. Subsequently, each intervention session was paired with one of 3 post-intervention sessions, which included being paired with a preferred leisure item, social interaction, or neither. The results showed that pairing the preferred physical activity with the preferred leisure item reduced problem behaviors for all 4 participants. It also showed that antecedent exercise alone decreased problem behaviors for 3 of the 4 participants, and social interaction alone decreased problem behaviors for 1 of them. This research conducted supports the primary research hypothesis that problem behaviors such as SB can be reduced by engagement in antecedent physical activity.